as, protecting him and saving the Midlands. So we're going to call it that.
Okay. Jade, I know you love The Simpsons. I didn't grow up with The Simpsons. I mean, I was aware. But in the movie, Homer has that beautiful speech to Marge where he's like, Marge, there's one time in every marriage that I need you to do this for me. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Where he's like, everybody gets one, and Richard is like, this is obviously that.
Yeah, this is my one.
I really need you to just come through for me on this one, please, Kaylin.
Just trust, okay?
Yep.
But we were right, though. Kaylin didn't know shit. He's talking to all of the Midlands about all this big boy shit, and he hasn't even told her. He doesn't know anything about the Midlands.
And what's funny is he's making all these moves, and she is not that far away. It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And we know for a fact that Richard can cover 2 weeks distance in 3-4 days? If he's really pushing and kills a whole bunch of horses.
And, oh my fucking god, he's writing a letter right now.
Yeah.
So that was the whole problem. Just send her a goddamn letter. He's sending this letter. He could have
right.
sent her this letter. He could have taken up occupation, told everybody, I'm going to make a big announcement in 2 weeks, and fucking sent this little letter out. It wouldn't even take that somebody to, if you have a really good rider and, you gave them, 6 horses, and be like, just jump on the next one when the first one dies, just like I did, or I don't know, there's ways. There's fucking ways.
There are ways, yeah.
God, yeah, okay, anyways. So, the Mort Sith continue the playful banter, and he thinks about how Hallie had no chance against Mariswith today, and how Kaylin isn't going to either. And I kind of feel like maybe that would be the first reason to be writing this letter. He's giving all these political reasons why he was going to write this letter to Kaylin, but I feel like the first reason should have been the Mariswith. As soon as he realized he wasn't leaving, today, he should have been writing a letter to Kaylin.
Oh, to warn her that they are about.
Invisible motherfuckers, be careful.
Yeah, I feel like that's valid. Especially that he's making everybody swear to protect her. It's like, well, why don't you do your part and make her aware of these bad things?
Yeah, send one of your Mort Sith on a really fast-ass horse and a letter that says, be careful of the invisible dudes, and go! Go!
Go. The face was perfect. You're like, 10 minutes ago, what are you still looking at me for? I want to see that horse's ass now.
For real. And then I don't want to see it.
And then I don't want to see... Right, exactly. That sounded really weird when I said it, now thinking back, but I feel like you understand what I meant.
We got it. We got it. So, Berdine goes to leave, and Richard asks where she's going. Even though he was the one that told them to go to sleep a second ago, it was very aggressive, where you going? Bitch, you just told me to go. We weren't going to. We're going to take shifts now. That's what she tells him. We're taking shifts. I'm going to find my own bed. And she gives him some shit about how he's going to have a wife in his bed soon. And she knows she's his favorite. But he needs to stop looking at her butt. And
that's fucking great.
Honestly, Berdine's my favorite too. Richard and I love Berdine's humor. But it does make Kara wonder if Kaylin's going to be jealous of them. And Richard seems to think there's no reason for that. Hot women who serve you and you have emotional trauma all wrapped up in them and you fucked one of them at one point in the past. Okay, maybe not fucked, but was raped by... this is a big... Yeah, she has reason to be jealous of them. Kaylin has reason to be all types of feels about these women.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you. I mean, okay, hold on. Let me explain first. Kaylin may be jealous of these women, but from Richard's point of view, we're talking about Richard. Richard loves Kaylin. So from Richard's point of view, yeah, there's all that shit, but fuck all that shit. I love you. I'm not even worried about these leather-laden hoes over here. I'm thinking about you, Kaylin.
Okay, and that's not a bad thing.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but that's, I guess that is the problem, though, with his answer, is that they ask about how Kaylin is going to feel about them, and Richard's answer is about how Richard feels about them.
Okay, yeah, I understand. That's all I was like.
And that's where your brain went too.
But he's coming from a good place.
Yeah,
but yeah, it is kind of dismissing the way that she may actually feel about them, so that's problematic. No, you're absolutely right.
So
I'm an asshole.
Well,
I gotta go get on Reddit and tell them I'm the asshole.
It's just all about perspective. It's thinking about how it might affect other people, even though you might be fighting with something, you know, or he may be fighting with something, but Kaylin has valid reason to not be. Even if he has valid reason to believe she doesn't have a reason. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I follow. Other people.
No assholes here.
Thank you.
He finally makes him stand quietly by the door while he writes, because he just can't deal with their fucking, you know, back and forth anymore. He's done.
I feel like that's a me move. With the children when I was doing something very intensely, like, I need 5 minutes.
Yeah, stop talking.
Just nobody talk to me for the next 5 minutes so I can please get this done. It's my OCD is what it is.
Use that 5 minutes to come up with a very good sentence when we're done, and
right.
I will love to hear it.
And then I will continue to engage, but until this is finished.
Please, for the love of God, give your dad 5 minutes.
My grandpa was an accountant, and very recently my dad told me that when he would walk into my grandpa's office in their house, like, because he had with all of his desk and shit, he had to wait by the door. And he had to wait for my grandpa to acknowledge him because he would have numbers in his head. And it's not like with computers where you kind of have a list of everything you were just adding up. It was all in his head and on paper.
Oh,
so
no.
if he fucked it up, he fucked a lot of stuff up, and my grandpa would get pissed at him.
I totally get that, because you know what? At work sometimes...
Oh, it's maddening.
We have to count the medication, like pill by pill. And one of the doctors we work with likes to talk. And if she says, like, fucking anything while I'm counting those pills, I have to start over. And, like, I'll be at, like, 3:04. And I'll have to restart the whole fucking thing. And it's really, 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 so really, really maddening. So...
I know. I unload the steel at work. And my boss likes to ask me questions while I count and verify that we have all this 30,000 pounds of steel, and I have to count each piece. And he's like, did we get that other stuff? How about this? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Let me count it, then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But you can't tell him, hey, 5 minutes, no talkie, because then you get in trouble.
I'm terrible at
but
multitasking.
You want to.
Anyways, so Richard, with his glass pen and his little ink pot, and Gratch's paw on his lap, begins to write a letter to his dearest queen, who has no fucking idea what he has done.
He is about to drop a bomb on Kaylin.
He's about to enter the doghouse.
You've been by yourself for 3 weeks. No, it's actually been longer than that.
Yeah.
Like a lot longer than that. But it's like, you were out of my sight for how long? And you've taken control over the Midlands? Fucking excuse me? What happened?
Yeah.
What did you do? Well, I know something that all of you can do. If you enjoyed this episode, you can leave us a review. Specifically, a good review. I mean, if you feel that way. It hasn't occurred to me to say that in a little while. Like, yeah, just like, it's a good podcast. It helps us out with, like, algorithms and tech stuff that I don't quite understand.
And our feelings.
Yes, and our feelings. Most importantly, just cater to our egos a little bit. But if you did want to reach out and talk to us, we have several ways for you to do that. You can write an email to podcastatt@gmail.com, or you can text us or leave us a voicemail at 616-259-0025. That's like 24 hours. You can call that literally any time of day. We probably won't answer if you do call. We'll wait for the voicemail because we don't always get notified in live time.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But, yeah, do that. Every once in a while when they pop through, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And I text people sometimes even though I'm at work and I'm not supposed to. We are on all the social medias at Podcast ATT. And if you really want to help us out, like you did the rating thing and you're like, these motherfuckers is awesome. And I just want to help them out even more. I don't blame you. I get it. You go to patreon.com/podcastatt and you make a pledge there. And then you can rank anywhere from we like you to besties.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. It really is awesome. And we appreciate every single one of you guys for listening. So thank you for that. And we'll see you real soon.